To another video. This is XRP Bro bringing you guys content like no other. I hope everyone had a great Saturday, and I just wanted to bring you guys some content that I shared today on my Twitter account. And with that being said, let's dive right into it. This is from Smoke Dog. He said ISO 222 migration is set to ramp up over the next 6 months. Around half of the central banks have not yet adopted the ISO 222 messaging standard in their real-time gross settlement systems, but most will upgrade soon. So ISO 222, the Fed wire date goes live on July 14th. We are a couple weeks away, so expect maybe some announcements pertaining to that, but that is the final date. Banks must be ISO 222 compliant. So that could be a flip of the switch moment. We shall see. This is Verson, Black Swan Capitalist. He says, if the world no longer wants the dollar, Tether collapses, and with it, Bitcoin's fake liquidity. XRP doesn't rely on dollar denominated assets. It bridges currencies using real-time liquidity. Bitcoin is static, XRP is dynamic. That's why XRP wins. And that being said, I made a short today for YouTube. When people ask me the difference between Bitcoin and XRP, this is how I'm going to tell them. I thought that was pretty funny. Sorry, guys. Just a little bit of entertainment for you guys. Bitcoin maxis are probably going to watch this video and start crying, but it's all right. We got, the real Remy relief, XRP to $10,000 by 2029. I've been saying this as well, and honestly, what he says is exactly what I've been thinking. Let me read this. First, let me preface this by saying XRP 100% has a set price. I've been telling everyone this for months. How much is it? I don't know, but I think there will be a set base price of $10,000. I spoke about this in an earlier post, which I'll repost. 10,000 XRP by 2029. Why 2029? Because that is Trump's last year in office, and as the crypto president, he will make those numbers that high in order to take the credit. That's simple. Remember, Trump is thinking of his legacy in the history books, not I'm going to make XRP holders rich. If anything, they want you out. They want to ensure the strength of the USA government first, which is Ripple/XRP infused. Now, that's the latest. I'm expecting it, but it can come at any time before that based on the treasury, utility, gold, etc. That's why I keep beating you guys in the head to get a cold wallet. And in my opinion, do not sell your whole bag. You'll sell at $100, $500, even $1,000, and miss out on generational wealth of 10K, 50K, or 100K. But of course, everyone's financial circumstances are different, and you have to do what you have to do, but try to save at least 100 XRP. $10,000 for 100 XRP will be $1 million in the future. Pretty cool, guys. Quincy for XDC said that XRP can literally go to $1 million based on how much global debt it holds, and I 100% believe him. Jay Claver also mentioned something about that based on the XRP drops. There is a potential for XRP to hit $1 million, but that's going to be a little bit further out than 2030, in my opinion. So very well said post here. I've been saying the same thing, guys. 2029, the latest at $10,000 XRP, but I can see it happening well before then as well because of utility picking up and adoption and supply and demand economics. XRP, know the facts. Straight from Ripple CTO David Schwartz. Let's set the record straight once and for all. XRP has no issuer. All XRP was created at the ledger's inception. XRPL differs from most blockchains. It lacks rivalrous, competitive mining, or minting. The ledger cannot distribute XRP itself. Anyone could initially claim as much as they wanted. The XRP ledger is decentralized. No one has legal control over it. The XRP ledger is public. Anyone can access it, run a node, or become a validator. Brad Garlinghouse, the man, the myth, the legend himself, is the CEO of Ripple, a company. So any newbies here that are looking to get into XRP or already have XRP and they don't fully understand, some of the myths here are going to be cleared up right here by David Schwartz to help get you guys a little bit more well-knowledged about the asset you're holding. I retweeted this. I said a matter of time. Jack the Rippler said Ripple will obtain a banking license and transform into a bank. This is 100% going to happen. The Federal Reserve is going to go bye-bye. Trump has already hinted at that. I think Ripple will replace the Federal Reserve and will also get a banking license. there's been a video going viral on X about Brad mentioning how much XRP is going to replace Swift within the 5 years. He said 14%, but guys, like, he's not going to come out and say the exact number, especially if it's higher up in the 50% or even 100% that they're going to be replacing Swift, because he just can't do that. XRP would be bought up by us and institutional if he came out and was just saying that. So Smoke did drop a document right here. It says Ripple can support the transactions per second required to match Swift's volume. Ripple will dominate the payment industry within a short period of time. And it's highlighted right here. You guys can go on my X account at the XRP Bro and read this for yourself. But it can already handle the required transactions per seconds to match Swift's volume. Pretty cool. And this is what we're holding, guys. Let me just read this for you. Ripple built the rails. Ripple's the company behind XRP. XRPL is the ledger, is the foundation. XRP is the compliant solution for moving value across systems, borders, and markets. It's going to be everything that plugs into, and then you can play on the ledger. It's a plug-and-play system. And XRP, everyone is going to be using the same system, because if they don't, you cannot operate. So when utility hits at scale, supply and demand matter. Scarcity becomes reality, and everything else either integrates with it or fades behind. I mentioned this in my last video, that XRP is actually going to be more scarce than Bitcoin. All right. I already talked about that. Yesterday, I posted this. The final shakeout has begun. XRP holders, get ready. We'll be rewarded. Next week will be fun. So if you guys don't know John Deaton, he's one of the lawyers, pretty pro-crypto, pro-XRP guy. He made a video today discussing about the Judge Torres and Ripple case and the filing. With that being said, he said there's like a 70% chance that he sees Judge Torres granting the appeal, and a 30% based that she would not grant it. So next week can be bullish. I did say that, I expect her not to, because she's going to uphold the law, but I also can see her, like John Deaton said, granting the appeal because of where we are heading as a world with digital assets, and it's just going to take up much more of her time. It can go to the second courts and then back to her desk, and it just would be a complete waste of time. So yeah, guys, also wanted to show you another video that I posted today. It's about XRP, of course, but Brad said this in one of his videos. Thought this was pretty eye-opening.
From the get-go, Ripple has worked with regulators, and we have worked with regulated institutions like banks where there isn't regulatory uncertainty. And so we have found that part of the reason why XRP has performed well is because people realize, hey, wait a minute. Back to your question, is XRP the next Bitcoin? Back to your question, is XRP the next Bitcoin? If we work with the system to solve this problem, and we can solve that problem at scale, a problem measured in the trillions of dollars, then there's a lot of opportunity to create value in XRP.
So he said it himself. If XRP is the next Bitcoin, it is the next Bitcoin, guys. I've been saying this. It's an opportunity where people like you and I could make a lot of wealth and set our families up for success. And I can see that happening very, very soon in the short term. I still think XRP is going to go to $100 minimum this year. And it could go higher. If we get the domino theory to play out, XRP can definitely go higher. So, guys, with that being said, if you found this video valuable, go ahead and help me out by hitting the like button, hit the subscribe button so you can get notified when I post more videos. And you can join the community. We are here to share knowledge about XRP and the community so I can help you and other people that were in our shoes before we came across XRP. So if you can do that, I'd greatly appreciate it. Guys, have a great rest of your weekend, and we will see you in the next video. Peace out.